What's up, guys? Matt here, MJ's Garage, and guess what? We are in the Ram, baby. We are going to take this Ram. We're going to go up to a softball tournament, and we're going to see what this thing can do when we pull the old 40-foot fifth wheel. So just want to touch base with you. You know, I am a daily driver in this truck most of the time because I don't drive the M3, I don't drive the Tesla, and I ain't driving the M5 every day. So that's one of the things. My wife usually driving the X5, she's usually driving the Tesla, you know, so that's her dailies that she's usually off and on with. But we're gonna try this thing out today and see what she got and see how she pulls all the way up to North Florida and head up to the softball tournament today. But just wanted to touch base with you guys. I'm having a few little issues going on my truck, which I'm very disappointed in. And it's not the engine, not the performance, none of that. It's the cosmetic. And I've never ran into this issue before. Well, because I've never bought a Laramie. So, just to give you a little backside story, and I'm gonna put a little video in here right now so you can check it out. As you see on my dash, the leather wrap is starting to unbuckle, and that is not good. The sun, obviously down in South Florida, it can get pretty hot. But I also have a clear film that's supposed to reduce the UV rating and protect the dash from stuff like this. It just occurred recently, and I looked up on some forums, I've looked up on some videos, and I've noticed that it's not just my truck, it's a problem with the Ram. Now supposedly they went ahead and fixed everything. The problem is my truck's got 61,000 miles on it. I do have an extended warranty. I believe in extended warranty. But what I've been told and what I've read is the extended warranty doesn't cover the cosmetics. And I sell the warranties, and I've got to find out if they do cover the cosmetics on the dash part. Usually something like this is very iffy. Now, the other thing is what I've been told is they have already fixed the issue on the newer models, but they didn't recall anything. They didn't send out a letter and say, hey, come on, bring your truck in. We're going to fix your dash for you. We're going to take care of it so we don't get any bad reviews. And we want you to come back and buy another Ram the next time you trade your truck in. They didn't do any of that. Not only did they didn't do any of that, but they're also wanting to put it all on the customer to do the repairs. Now, I did see somebody saying that they would get a $1,500 credit towards a new dash. But I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that $1,500 is going to cover the repairs. So I do have an appointment Monday to take my truck in once I get back from this tournament and see what they're going to come up with. See what it supposedly, you know, they're going to try to file a claim. But I'm very disappointed in Ram when it comes to, because you think about it, the Ram, hands down, for probably the last 4 years, has had the #1 interior in the truck game. And that was one of the reasons why I bought this truck, because I felt like, you know, the Ford, it had the nicer, bigger screen, but for, you know, for what I was did all my research on, is the Ram still had the better quality. you know, I still get the wood grain. I still get all those other features with my truck. And I don't have to pay an arm and a leg for it to get it. Now, obviously, this truck was, you know, $85,000 truck. And I did not buy it new. I bought it used. So I didn't spend $85,000 on this truck. But if you think about it, Fords with all the same features, they wanted like $95,000. And Chevy, sorry Chevy guys, I've owned a Chevy, but the interior was pitiful. They had the same interior for seemed like the last 10 years. But anyway, enough with the ranting. Let's just hope and keep our fingers crossed that we're going to get this fixed. I'm going to hook the fifth wheel up, as you can see behind me, and we're going to get on the road. Well, folks, we got her hooked up. Time to hit the road. We'll check out the old setup here in just a second. So as you can see, the old Ram is got a little bit of squat. The airbags are doing what they're supposed to. And this is the old Heartland Cyclone. It's a, I want to say it's a 3600B toy hauler. And she is hooked up, ready to hit the road. And we'll see you guys here in a minute. So we hooked up and we're pulling out. This isn't the first time that I've taken this fifth wheel on a trip with the truck. Went down to the Keys with it before, and she pulls great. When I put it on my tow settings on my tune, I usually just put it on tow and just let it ride. Now, as you can notice, I do have my Jake brake on auto, and I am running on tow haul mode. You can see that. And got the old tuner on. Check, and we're on setting 2. Now this road that I'm on right here is kind of bumpy. So a lot of Sugarcane trucks down this road that just kind of tear everything up, but we'll touch base in just a few minutes. We're fixing to get on the main highway here in just a few. Old truck pulling fine. Just whenever you get on them bumpy roads, it just gets a little stiff. You know, your airbags are already maxed out, and you got all that weight on the back. It just makes it, you know, sometimes you hit the bumps and it will, you'll feel a little bit, but we're gonna get on this 4-lane highway and hit the road, and I just gotta get some gas in it, fill up these propane tanks, and load her up, get everything ready to go. We have you know, obviously we have 2 houses, so we parked this one at our other house because we got cover for it, so we can keep it covered over there. We got a lot more room, and just makes it a little bit more easier. But it hasn't been used in probably since the last time we went down to the Keys was back in May. So that was like right around when I put the exhaust on my truck. And you know, whenever this thing is shifting, you can still feel it, because obviously it will shift a little bit harder whenever it's downshifting, I would say, and even sometimes a little bit on the upshift, I guess. Doesn't really bother me too much. My that truck shifting hard, man. You sure that's doing what it's supposed to do? Well, you know, we got to remember this does have a shift tune in it. So to eliminate that, you got to get away from the tranny tune and go to just a motor tune. So, you know, the other thing is with the exhaust, you got from the fifth wheel, you got echoes off the back, and it makes it a little bit louder when you get it on it. Now, going down the road, I mean, I'm used to the sound, and it doesn't really bother me. Some people are like, "Oh man, that truck's loud, man. I don't know how you can deal with it on the inside of the cab like that." So we're going about 75. So between 65 and 70, it likes to hold it right there in fifth gear, where that's where it should hold it. If you're going above 70, 71, 72, it'll go ahead and shift into sixth gear. And that's the benefit of having the tune. Even though when you put it in tow haul mode, if you don't have the tune, it will go ahead and hold it there for a little while. But it just doesn't seem to shift it right. You Ram guys know what I'm talking about. But so we're running about 71, and I'm getting about 8 miles a gallon right now, which isn't too bad. So like I said, we're gonna get this thing topped off, get it on the road, get the family. The family's gonna be in the truck, so as you'll notice from this video, you're gonna see, oh, well, where do people come from? You know, he's got the whole family in the truck that weren't in there earlier. Well, they're at the other house, so we're gonna pick them up and we're gonna hit the road here. We'll be out in a few hours, so got some things got to take care of. I wanted to get on the wave runner, hit the water for a little bit because the weather's getting a little cool out, and I just bought a wave runner and I haven't got to get it broke in yet all the way, so that's something that I might make a video on here pretty soon. Another toy that we got added to the garage, so we'll see you back here in a few. Well guys, we're on the road again and we got everybody loaded up. Somebody's trying to dip out in the back, so that's our all-star back there. We're headed up North Florida. We're gonna get it settled in, and then we'll update you on some video. But we're just gonna be hitting some country roads and just enjoying the ride. So we'll see you back here shortly. So we had a good weekend over here camping at the ball fields, and we're gonna be heading out here pretty soon. Daughter's gonna be playing in the championship. So it was a great trip. That Ram did its work. Can't complain about the old Cummins. Look at that. My buddy's got a Laramie. We got him a little Montana. We had a good time. Just watching a little bit of football. And be hooked up here and before you know it.